if you try to do like steps, like walk certain amount and all? I think I asked in the evening maybe. Shruti, I know, 14, yeah. How many of you try to fast, like intermittent fast or diet or control or something like that? Okay, how many of you are trying to like meditate, spend some time away from daily activities and stuff? Like give a little gap from it and all that. There's a lot of hands raising for that. That's good. Okay, how many of you actively try to do a ritual where, so everybody, all of us know, we all like are addicted to phones. Like wake up with the phone and go to sleep with the phone, unless some of you like actively keep it away. I have another ritual. So Netflix is taken over. It's so convenient and easy. We go to bed with that. And some of us are actively trying to keep have a night ritual. How many of you have a night ritual for sleep? Srividya raising hands for many. Some of you like trying to raise. Okay. Yeah. Okay. How many of you? Okay. How many of you have a ritual to get rid of social media? A lot, like digital time and social media. Like you actively try to get away from it and have a ritual. Siley saying hi. Like you have Sandhya also. You have a way where you work upon a structure there. Whatever way, you install another app which dictates that, hey, like if you're using iPhone, then it says like, you have exhausted your usage today. Screen time is there and stuff like that. There are various ways apps are there, but you're trying to work on these, right? Anyone else who's trying to work on this and is struggling with this? You want any help in this regard, or you're trying to work on these things a little bit? And also other thing, which is goal related stuff, like, after having interacting with a lot of folks, I got to know so many of us don't have like a purpose, meaningful thing and all. I know it's a very, very bloody heavy topic. Right. So let's not go very deep there, but then instead, my question is like, probably you're working on some goal, you're struggling with it, or something is off. Or anyone has like, you're trying to work on it, but you don't have solution, you're like hitting a wall, something like that. Anyone like that?
Santa, for me, the day I joined Chakra project, I stopped my walks only. So I want to restart it actually, which has not been happening.
Interesting. Got it. What about?
Like 1 hour yoga has happened in the morning, so more than enough for that entire day. So my walks have gone for a toss.
Oh, okay. How many of you are wearing smartwatches or keep a smartwatch with you, or Sandhya, Nimisha, Akshita? Which one do you have?
Fitbit.
कौन है वो?
I also have Fitbit.
Who said Fitbit? Sandhya. Sandhya is Fitbit. Okay. Nimisha?
Fitbit.
Akshita, which one?
Apple Watch. Okay.
So do you have a watch like that or no? Next level. You are like, mine only calculates the 14,000 steps for you, huh?
No, my iPhone does it now, so I don't need.
Okay.
Even my phone has it.
Okay. What happened?
I think you didn't do Malasan properly. That's why she's not happy.
It's her birthday. You didn't wish her. That's why she's unhappy.
Hey, happy birthday.
Her first birthday.
What's her name?
Fifi.
Happy birthday. Fifi sometimes comes and looks at the, in front of the camera and sees an absolutely unimpressed look, walks away. It's like I can feel that unimpressed look. Okay. Okay, so a couple of things which I'll ask, which is Saili, you wanted to say something. Okay, Nimisha is your walks thing and like this thing. Okay, Saili, you wanted to say something. कुछ बोलना है? अगर if anyone wants to reach out to me personally and talk to me, also do reach out to me and talk to me. I have a way. I'll tell you what it is. हाँ, क्या सही?
So nothing. Actually, what Nimisha mentioned, the same is the issue with me as well. Walking has completely stopped. It was very regular, but
Huh. What
I
about
don't know.
you?
It feels
Is
like an
your walk
effort.
taken care of? Ashish,
Sorry.
is your walks taken care of, Ashish?
What's taken care of?
Walks. Are you walking enough?
No, as in I go only class and go for karate class and sometimes running. No walks.
So you would rather increase it, or you're fine with the way it is?
I'm fine with the way it is. I just
Acha,
that's all.
Okay. So Naam Karabura Chagra project. So I thought like, is it like everywhere like that? But look at Srividya. So she's killing it any which ways, right?
So
So
I try not to do it in one go. That's what helps me. So I walk for a bit before the class
ah,
so that I get warmed up, and then I climb up.
okay.
So when I climb, even if I don't walk, I definitely ensure I climb every day before the class. So whatever happens,
Yeah.
like if I come for morning class 7:25, I have an alarm. If I come for
Yeah.
the evening 5:25, I have an alarm. So I will
Yeah.
run out of the house at that time, and I'll
Very
ensure
nice.
10 minutes walk, and I'll climb up and then start the class. So that helps a lot.
You and I are similar in that, because before the practice, walking really helps, na?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you guys have been noticing, I've been like pretty sweaty when I come into the class, because like I do wake up at 5 and then do practice my pranayam for an hour, and then I go for a walk, and then I started adding runs. Like lately, last 2-3 months, I've increased that a bit, and then I do a little bit of HIIT and all, and then I come into the class. And evening I practice my sadhana, my yoga practice, right? So, and the same was happening with Raghu, and same was okay. This is there. One more thing is okay. I am planning to. How many of you go for treks? Like every now and then, like you make sure you go for treks. Right. I don't know how many of you saw my video yesterday, but we live in a very, 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 very convenient society. Sab kuch convenience ho gaya. Sab kuch. You don't have to lift a finger. Yeah. Now we have to actively combat things, actively keep things in place so that we are active. Right. Like, for example, like we discussed on various things, and especially this, and then dopamine detox is another one, the silence meditation program, right? And how many of you go for such retreats where you end up being in silence, away from phone, 3-4 days, no talking, Maun Vrit jo bolte hai? No, very difficult. No, that's the toughest thing, isn't it? Yeah, I went for Vipassana. My God, 10 days silence. I couldn't believe I could do. Before that, I had programs where I could do 2 days silence, 3 days silence, dire dire se increase kiya. And then 10 days was easy. It was not, I realized it was not really that fun to hang out with myself, That is the problem. Then like a lot of things you start retaking a stock of, and then you realize you waste your time on unnecessary stuff now. That is one. The other thing is also fasting for like an entire day, fasting for 24 hours. Like Tim Ferriss. Anyone knows Tim Ferriss? Tim Ferriss is this amazing. He wrote this book called 4-Hour Work Week, where he talks about living life like a bum, like someone who doesn't have any money on the road, like beggar. Why to do all this, Santa? I don't know. Like all these appeals to me. Anyone else? All these appeal to you? Like not like living life as a beggar. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about going beyond. That's not where it is going. Going beyond inconveniences and willfully putting ourselves to tough times, so our forbearance increases, our toughness increases, our mental toughness. You see, like as kids, how many of you feel that, like, as kids, we were a lot more tough, and these days kids, they're not tough. Moms here, please talk up. Tell me. Hannah? So I'll tell you, like, I was really glad, like when they were talking about ragging and all 4-5 years afterwards, I was like, there was like crazy amount of ragging in my college and zero complaints. I would not change a thing, right? Like, and 5 years back, it was worse. So what is happening is it's getting more and more and more safer and safer place, which is absolutely amazing. I love that. But there is a certain growth and risk in danger, not danger as in like danger, physical danger, but like certain risk in this toughness and inconveniences and striving hard to work. Like, you should not get reward until, I'm sorry, I don't know how many are going to get offended. These consolation prices is increasing. It should not be given any prize until someone has worked and earned it. You know, that the trains and all. See, I am not a parent so yet, so I don't know. It's easy for me to throw the ideas away and then like, you know, it's a different story or not. I don't know. Maybe I'll change my mind when I probably have kids and then it'll like really. But that's what I feel. So the reason I'm saying this is because it's been like there for me for a while. I was thinking like I recently started fasting and then I'm with a community. You saw my story yesterday. Palak is one of our practitioners. She's like obese, she was overweight and all. Now she's completed 100 hours of fasting. 100 hours. Oh my God. I'm gonna ask her to come and talk sometime. Yeah. Isn't it crazy? But completely healthy. All the things are monitored. Like, okay, fasting means what's allowed. Anything that will spike insulin is not gonna be okay. Like fasting means black coffee is allowed, nibu pani is allowed, water is allowed. That's all. Not even milk, tea, milk, coffee, nothing to do with milk. Only like something closer to this thing, like water. And for me, for the first time, okay, this is one. I started this journey 2-3 months back. I did this long back, but I'm like committedly doing this again. I wanted to learn to fast, not because of weight loss. Weight loss is a benefit, but then mostly mental fortitude. Is this interesting, you guys, or no? Boring. सब कुछ के लिए तुम लोग इतने all are sleeping. No, it's okay. You're all here. Obviously, you're interested, right? So one of the thing was like major problem was me for raat mein I cannot sleep without eating. Like I have to sleep. Anyone like that? And that to carbs. Now that broke for me. That was majorly. I had to break it. Number two, other thing is I have to sleep with something, watching something or reading book. Reading book is very difficult. Or watch something. I used to watch Friends. That used to be like comfort. I don't know. My age people, millennials can probably relate to. Now, yeah, Sridhya. See, those who need to go can go. Right, I'm going somewhere with this. Maybe if you can give 2 more minutes. Yeah. And if you can. Yeah, so these are all little things which I have identified in my life that I want to overcome and go beyond. Okay, and so for the first time, I fasted with empty stomach. Like I slept with empty. I mean, fasting is obviously with empty stomach. I slept with empty stomach. I had like meal around 3:30 or something, and then I could sleep well. I was a little hungry. I drank water, and not only once, twice, but long time. Now I'm looking at. My aim is like to go towards 48 hours fast. Here, Ashish is there, no? Ashish has also cracked those. He is done like 40 hours, 48 hours, Ashish?
Yes, 48 hours.
48 hours is done. That means that 2 nights you go to bed without eating anything. You go to bed hungry. Right? These are all certain things which not only loses weight, like it like teaches you something. All right. Okay, so where I'm going, there are 2 things which interest me: doing things as a community, doing things with people, and getting like, you know, all of us going together somewhere. It's really fun for me. I try to do things together when it comes to mastermind, when it comes to retreat, when it comes to practices, when it comes to doing anything. Like there is some activity or the other I used to organize, and we do these things together and stuff. So yeah, I mean, if any of these things interest you and if you want to be a part of it, I've already introduced one thing to Saili. She reached out earlier also. If any of these things interests you, do reach out and like tell me what it is that you're interested in. So I'm forming like community for each and every of these. So I'll add you into that appropriate one, and we will progress together. Like the idea is when we have like someone to account. Like for example, today I was showing one of my this thing with the Palak is also there, Ashish also in that group. Okay, I get like very intimidated when I see 100-hour fast, but I also get inspired. It just asks me, what more is possible? Like, okay, these are all things that is there. What more can be done? And it's so exciting, you know, you naturally drop off the negative habits and all, and it's very exciting. People positively push each other. Does it make sense? Yeah, if it does, anything you want to reach out to and anything you want to do reach out to me. There are various ways in which we are building communities in various things. I think some of you already know Mastermind, but not only that, there is like food related thing. And I'm also looking at social media related stuff, like various things we are doing. Yeah. Do reach out, let's have a conversation, and you also can give me an idea and we'll all co-create or build something together. Even if you don't want to build it, like I'll anyway have interest, I'll lead that, you know, we can be a part of it and gradually grows, it compounds. Okay, guys, that's my
Keen on conscious eating. I don't believe in fasting. Conscious eating, watch what you eat at least 5 days, 6 days a week, and then feast. I think I believe in that.
I'm sure you're coming from a place of having it given you some results, right? And yeah, so now if these are the results that you want to do, this is the activity, it's enough. Now if you want to have this results, this activity won't be enough, the action and consequences. Now you'll have to do something different. But many of us, what we do is we are attached to what we are doing, and so we say this is all the result that we want, right? So this is where I tend to challenge, or I tend to look at challenging myself and people, which is this is the result and this is the activity, fine. Now we are all very attached to it. Like Neelam and I had a conversation also. In order to justify your action, you say, no, this is the result. No, but the next step is like, for example, this is what you could be doing. Yeah, Srividya, remember the conversation where we pushed you towards 5:45 p.m. You're comfortable in the morning. Now you're coming back to it, right? So now maybe conscious eating, maybe your next goal could be what it is that you could be having as a next goal without disturbing the current one, so that the upgrade of eating could happen. I don't know. I'm
I
just saying.
have to go now. Bye.
I say with that. Anything else, guys? Yeah, do reach out, or we can talk for a bit around if you want. It's Wednesday. We can talk for a little bit only because class is there after this.
So one thing, how does this, like I have this habit that if I don't eat for like, if there's a huge gap in between this eating, then there's a trouble. Like, I don't know, I get angry, bloated, whatever physically happens. So then how does this fasting work? I mean, is this something mental, or is there something you can do to overcome the health related
Many
issues?
times I've learned from these fasting and these things that like extreme experiments, a little bit pushing the body to the limit. I'm seeing that many things are because we are mentally attached to it rather than we are convinced logically that it works. So what happens is when you go through it, when you cross the barrier and boundaries, what happens is you realize something new about yourself. Like, for example, when it comes to anger, when you're fasting, we all say like, hangry, like hunger, anger, right?
Yeah, I mean,
So
even you're not,
many
when your
times
stomach
what
is
happens
empty,
is,
it feels
yeah, many
that
times what
way.
happens is you're not really you're not really hungry for nutrition, like certain things, you're like hungry for certain things, right? For example, maybe a nimbu pani will help, or a black coffee or something like that will help. You're not really aiming for food, or sometimes simple meditation practice or simply journaling could help. Then you realize your emotion state is no more connected to the gut. So it's just that 1 or 2 hour period or half an hour period window of hunger, you overcome that, the hunger naturally subsides. Not only this, I used to get headaches also. I used to get acidity also. These are all not only psychological, it's not only psychophysiological, it's real little physiological. And that I could overcome. And it will take time. Like take it as an experiment and see. Right, and that's where the community helps. Like, for example, in that community, you're part of it. IF90, you're joining now, so they will add you to the group, and then in that also, then we Chakra project people have a group. Okay, there will be a little more response, and all. We'll do that. We'll add you there. You ask your questions there. Okay, and then it'll go crazily good. Like in the sense,
Because
people who are master
I
fasters.
heard you say that Ashish did like 48-hour fast, and I was just wondering if I am staying hungry for 4-5 hours, I'll go crazy, like
That's what.
completely.
Now what will happen is when you will share your problem, then he will say, how did he overcome when he went there? He didn't start with 48 hours. He started where you are.
Few hours.
Gradually increased it. So then he'll share. Then you will try to apply that. Then you'll say, hey, listen, I tried. It's not working. Then someone else will say something. Then you'll apply. Then you're like, oh God, this is good. Like that, you will have a wisdom. You'll have insight. And that will leave you, whoa, this is fantastic. Then you'll take you to the next one like that.
Hopefully it'll help me into doing all this, fasting stuff. It'll definitely help. One more question I had, if you have some time. Hello. I'm saying I have one more question if you had some time.
We can talk.
So when I was doing Bhujangasana, today, there was a lot of tightness and a lot of pain in the shoulder and the neck area. I was just feeling like it is so tight and so like lead-like completely. Just not able to hold it for a very longer time, especially this one or this one.
Yeah, all
This
this,
was-
your shoulder movements and then mobility, flexibility, all that will happen. This is bound to happen. Don't worry so much about it. Over a period of 2-3 months, over a period of 2-3 weeks, all this will get sorted out little by little, little by little.
Okay. All right. So bye. Have a nice day.
Yeah, see you. Yeah, I mean, if you have any other questions, we can still talk. It's just you and me now.
No, right. Right now, I don't have any questions, but I'll reach out to you in case I do.
Perfect, perfect. So,
Okay.
see you.
Bye.